Have you any idea or any thoughts about where you should store your music production file? Well, in this video I'm going to talk about where you should store your music production files. My name is Nicholas and I'm from Home Studio Ground. When you're a beginner or a pro, the best solution to solve this problem is to have an external hard drive or a portable hard drive. This is because it puts less stress on your internal hard drive, which is typically this one. The reason why you want to use external hard drive as your storage for music production file is because it will not only be easier for your DAW or your computer to run smoother, but also prevent your program or your software from crashing while working on it. So it's very easy to connect it, and you only need to do it through a USB port, which is typically known for most people, which is this one. So many nowadays computer have this one. Also, external hard drive or portable hard drive is very useful if you happens to your PC or your computer get either damaged or stolen. So you can use it as your backup file. So in case if you lose it or impossible to restore them, you have them as your backup. There are many types of hard disk or hard driver, which I'm going to tell you more about it in this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the internal hard drive. The internal hard drive is the most common thing to have in your computer whenever you are Mac user or a Windows user. So it actually stored and connected through your PC through this connection, and it's very simple. However, they are actually used to store your main programs, and this is where you usually have to start up your PC, since the hard drive is your internal, which means it's in your computer and needs to start it from there. The cons with it is that it needs to be or it's actually slower to start up. If you want to start up even faster, you can buy SSD known as the solid state drive. This one is actually much faster to operate your system, such as your software and so if you're thinking of, speed is important, it's actually ideal for you. However, they are very expensive, so you have to at least have a budget. The other thing I want to talk about is that there's another one, which is we call the external hard drive or the non-portable hard drive. It got this name because it's not ideal for people that needs to travel around, and it's not compact or convenient for them. The first one I want to talk about is this one right here, the hard driver docking. It's actually very simple, and it's very convenient if you're having old hard drive or something like a smaller one, like a 2.5 inch that is not in use. So I have this one right here, a 3.5 hard driver, or you can use a 2.5 hard drive, and the only thing you have to do is simply put it in right here and you're good to go. However, the problem with that is that you need not only to connect it through the USB port, but also the external power it requires. So you need to connect it through a power socket in order to work. But the good thing about it is that they usually have a bigger disk, which means it it has a higher RPM, so it can operate at a 7,400 RPM, which means round per minute. This one means that you can transfer, extract, or store files even quicker compared to a portable hard device. So that's the hard driver docking. The next one I want to talk about is actually I would call it a solid external hard drive. This one is more compact, so you see that it's actually a one piece instead of you have to connect it through to a hard driver. So this one right here, you only need to connect it through a micro USB, which is this one, and a power source. So it's actually good or ideal for you if you are a user that is mostly spend most of the time on the desktop or in one place, which is very good. The pros with having either these two is that it's able to store a good amount of plugins, samples, so you can have them here whenever you need it. It's actually easier to back up files on this one instead of having portable, because portable hard drive has a limit to it, or the internal hard drive has a limit to it. So if you need to store them, the best place I would recommend is storing either this one or the hard drive docking. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the portable hard drive. The portable hard drive is almost like the external hard drive, but less. It's more smaller and more compact compared to an external hard drive. So if we are doing a comparison, you can easily see that it's much bigger. This one here is much bigger than this one. The pros with it is, I would like to say, is that it's only need to use a USB port in order to operate perfectly. So it's actually ideal for travelers or if you're taking places. However, because of they are really small, means that they have smaller disk, so it means it takes more time to transfer, extract, or store the files in it, and you have a limited storage compared to an external hard drive. So if you don't work this as a hobby or doing a less music project files, this would be a good one to have, because it is usually more cheaper to have than an external hard drive. When we're talking about the size on the hard drive, there's they refer usually as bytes, but we mostly talk about megabytes, gigabytes, or terabytes. For example, we have this one right here, the internal hard drive, which is 2000 gigabytes, which means 2 terabytes. You don't actually need to have more storage. I mean, 2 terabytes, it's actually good, unless you are going to download tons of plugins or samples in order to have them in your computer. So this one is actually perfectly fine. So 1 terabyte is good, but in the community or the market, you can also get this from 2 gigabytes up to 12 terabytes. But the more storage you want to go for, the more you have to pay. The other thing I want to talk about is the USB ports. So not only does storage plays a big role on how much you can store, but speed as well. So if you have a USB 3.0, I would recommend you to using that. Not only because it's newer or better, but it's able to transfer the files even faster than the 2.0. So if we had to do a comparison, it would most likely to transfer 10 times faster than the older one. And to find out if the USB port and the cables is 3.0, you can simply go and check through the cables right here, either on your desktop computer or your port, simply by seeing if this one is blue right here. So that's a thing you can go and check out. When you reformat your files, you should know there's 2 types of file. The first one is the WAV file, and the second one is MP3 file. You will likely most hear the MP3 file because this is mostly used for portable devices, just to listen to music. The reason why it's the most favorable, or most mobile devices have, is because it's a compressed file, which means it's it takes less storage to put it in your device, so you can listen to not only that music but hundreds or 150 music. The reason why you should have a WAV file is because not because it's take a lot of storage, but it gives you the most detailed and the best audio quality as well. And the quality is actually determined by the bit rate. The more bit rate you have on your file, the better the quality it will be then. So for example, a WAV file is actually 1411 kilobits per second, which means how much it is, or it will deliver per second, which means the more it have, the more detail it will give you. But compared to an MP3 file, it's usually around 190 or 320 kilobits per second, which means it's not the best, but it's able to give you the a decent listen for you. So if you're thinking about working with those project files and so on, the best to have is a WAV file, not only because it's give you the best quality, but also it provides you the detail you need to know just to make your music sounds very good. So, if you liked this video and found it very useful, you can go and check out the article or the website, which is can tell you more about home recording studio. So if you're interested, go and check it out.